Why are gender roles bad?
Oh, fucking hell.
Let's talk about gender dysphoria. It's basically where you feel like you're the opposite sex that you were born.
Okay, Onision, we get it, alright? We absolutely get it. We know what gender dysphoria is, and please tone down the jump cuts just slightly so that we don't have to, really concentrate so much. So, please, apart from that, please tell me what this has got to do with the gender roles. Please, do tell me. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it matters at all, because really, you're just in it for the shekels, as I've mentioned before, so...
issues with their gender identity. You look at males and females with a bit more confusion than the average person. This is a great illustration of what some people go through. This person sees themselves as a boy in the mirror, yet their mom is trying to get them to put on a dress.
Please get to the point, Onision. Please, just get to the point. We know what it is. You literally just said what it is, so why are you telling me again what it is?
Well, I view myself as a boy, and here's me dressed as a girl. It's not because I have gender issues, it's because I like playing characters in videos, and I find guys who are phobic about wearing women's clothing as less respectable than a guy who won't mind putting on a dress.
Yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that, Onision. We all know why you do it. I
mean, come on. Is your masculinity so weak that it can be defeated by a woman's garment?
No. I have worn makeup for fancy dress before, but by and large, no, it does not affect me whatsoever. In fact, I highly doubt it affects anyone, really. You do what you want to do, Onision. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I thought this was about gender roles, but really it seems to be a rant about things, or an incoherent mess. So, please, get to the point.
By the way, guys, thanks for the Photoshop. I wish you'd do this kind of thing more. According to the definition, Caitlyn Jenner might have gender dysphoria, which is kind of irrelevant, because as you can see here, she has certain issues to deal with, like paying the family members of the woman she killed in her car. Now here's someone you might describe as non-binary.
Oh great, the made-up term that is non-binary, because apparently there's loads of different sexes, even though trans people want to be one of two. They want to change into men or women. They don't want to change into, I don't know, some demi-fucking man, demi-girl, or I don't know, whatever. Just talk to JJ Talks about it. She knows this shit. Hi, JJ.
This person's not wearing makeup. They don't have what a lot of people would describe as a female's haircut. And yet they're wearing femme-type clothes while also in a femme-type posture.
That doesn't make them a different gender. They just have a different style to other people. I don't understand. Again, you're non-binary then. If you dress up in women's clothes and wear makeup every now and then, Mitch, come on, look at you. You're wearing makeup. You're wearing makeup. Are you non-binary? That's just a woman that you've picked from Google and said, oh look, that's a non-binary person. That's not a non-binary person. I mean, it doesn't exist anyway, but that's besides the point. Look, short hair. So what? I know loads of girls with short hair. Clothes with feminine things, whatever. Whatever. That doesn't make them non-binary. This is literally what a non-binary person is that, oh, they're out of the norm of what it is to be a man or a woman. It's like, no, they're still men and women. Oh, God. This is stupid. This has nothing to do with gender roles. You've not even mentioned them. You've not even said why they're bad. You're just saying, why are they bad? Trans people. Binary people. It's like, you're not talking about any roles. You're not talking about mothers, fathers, minors, STEM fields. The usual malarkey that we associate with this type of debate. You're just talking about nothing, really. You're just talking about people that have nothing to do with this.
Some people prefer not to be male or female. In fact, my insanely gorgeous partner is one of those people. Did I mention they're hot as hell? Now, while
Oh, yes, the same partner that you let them kiss other people right in front of you? Right, yeah. Cook. You see, these people are still male or female, regardless of what they feel, And I'm not talking about trans people, because, that's different. What you're describing is just Tumblr bullshit. These people have been on Tumblr too long, and they now think that that might be a headmate or another kin, or, oh, we don't like to be labelled as male or female. It's like, no, bullshit, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have dysphoria or anything like that. You're a normal person who wants attention. Now, please, go away. And, Onision, you're still not mentioning gender roles. You're still not saying anything.
I don't necessarily believe gender roles by themselves are horrible. I do think forcing them upon people is pretty awful.
Nobody's being forced to do anything, Onision. In the Western world, we have a thing called freedom of choice, but, everything's forced upon us, We're all being oppressed by the totalitarian white patriarchy. Even though, the patriarchy is apparently a worldwide thing, yet they're all white, aren't they? Even though in Africa, They're mostly black. Asia, they're mostly Asian, so, you know, whatever.
Whether you're male or female watching this, imagine society forces you to wear clothing that is the exact opposite of what you want to wear.
Nobody is forcing anybody to wear anything. It's all about fashion and all sorts of stuff. And the, you know, standards of the day has nothing to do with enforcing these mythical roles on people. A lot of it was a reaction to the social conditions in which people lived in. It had nothing to do with this totalitarian oppression that you're trying to spin it as, Onision. It's just a different cultural attitudes at the time, and you could choose full well to just completely go against it if you wanted to. Not many people did, but some did. But that's besides the point, Onision. You're just trying to, you know, argue about something that doesn't happen anymore. We don't live in the 1950s where women could wear trousers if they wanted to. In fact, women could wear trousers even in the 30s. Marlene Dietrich, anyone? But never mind.
If you're a guy, imagine people forcing a pink dress on you. And if you're a girl, okay, let's face it, guy clothes are pretty cool. But hopefully you get my point.
Oh, what's the matter, Onision? Are you being sexist there? It's not cool for guys to wear female clothes, but it is for women. Oh, dear, Onision. But you see, the thing is, nobody's forcing me to wear anything. And nobody's forcing women to wear anything. In fact, if you're gonna go that way, the fact that you just said that it's cool for women to wear men's clothes, but not men to wear women's clothes, is an example of men being forced to adhere to strict things while women can do whatever they want. Isn't this kind of the opposite of what you're arguing? I'm just wondering. Even though I can't really follow what you're arguing, but I'm just wondering.
There was a study that was conducted that showed the constant effort to manage one's everyday life in line with gender norms produced significant anxiety, insecurity, stress, and lower self-esteem. I mean, how could it not?
Right, and they came to that conclusion how, Onision? Really? I'd love to know what this study did and how they came to their conclusion, but of course, you just skimmed the title and said, oh look, it causes anxiety! Conformity causes anxiety! It's like, well, how do you know that? You do realise, Onision, that a lot of people can get stressed out from not being conformists. Just because you do not conform to a particular norm does not mean that you are under pressure from other people to conform, which makes you anxious and shit. But oh well, I mean, two sides to every coin, what's that bullshit?
Society's telling you should be one thing or the other, when who we are isn't black and white.
Please point me to where society is telling us that women should be mothers and men should be going out and working. As far as I'm aware, society isn't telling us to do that. Society is pretty much saying do whatever you want. Sure, some people may find it odd that you might not have kids or whatever, blah blah blah, but I think we all know that life isn't all black and white, Onision. I think we know that. And again, you keep saying this is happening, but you're not giving me any citations. Please, Onision, at least back it up with evidence.
Probably why the rainbow is oftentimes used to represent LGBT.
No, that's not what it means, Onision. It means the different, you know, peoples within that movement and within that community, not really to do with, we're not black and white! You know, it's got nothing to do with that, but never mind, Onision. Never mind. I mean, hell, I'm a straight guy and I know more about that than you.
We are not robots. We have these wild minds which contain almost limitless possibilities. Part of the reason my slogan is we are whatever we wish to be, not what society tells us we are.
Again, what is society doing? That's telling us what we are, Onision. You've not given me anything. It's just this weird nebulous thing that has, like, telling us shit and we now have to be this shit. And it's just like, society's telling us what to do. It's like, oh, where? Tell us. Nah, they're just doing it. Just doing it, man. They're just doing it. Yeah, non-binary, yeah. Fuck yeah. Don't label yourself, even though you guys have labeled yourselves, you fucking idiots. But never mind.
There's a bigger issue at play here. It's not gender identity problems. It's oppression. People are
help, I'm being oppressed.
Unjustly treated like they should be one thing or another, when human beings just aren't that simple.
Notice how you only talked about gender roles for about 30 seconds. Or a minute. I don't know, 30 seconds, isn't it? It feels like a minute, but this video is like only 2 minutes long. So yeah, you talked about 30 to 45 seconds, and you didn't really come up with anything of value, and now you're talking about oppression. And Onision, just come out and flat out and say you're doing this for the money, alright? You're just doing this for the views, for the money, because shit like this sells. You've got quite a few social justice warriors in your audience nowadays, so you're pandering to them because that's where the money is, and I understand that. I understand it completely. Capitalism and all that, man. But come on, you could at least put some effort into making it at least somewhat legit, you know? You're supposed to be a snake oil merchant. You're supposed to make it look legit. You're not even making it legit. You're just posting all this bullshit. You're just saying, like, oppression, non-binary, trans people, gender roles, and it's just one incoherent mess. That's not how a successful con works. You're lucky that your audience is full of dumb teeny boppers. Otherwise, you'd be flat out being called out on your shit by your audience. But, oh well, I mean, you do what you want to do, man. But seriously, to at least answer your point a little tiny bit, where is this oppression coming from anyway? What is oppressing people? What is out there to prove that people are being oppressed? Because I'm not seeing oppression. I'm not seeing this that you're talking about. Sure, there's societal pressure, but that comes in many different forms. It's not just everyone going, oh, you have to be this certain way. It's more of an expectation, not necessarily people actually forcing you. They're not, going to your door, knocking on, or bursting through with a rifle going, you will wear these jeans, whether you like it or not, boy. They're not doing that, are they? It's more a case of, I expect you to be better than that, Onision, rather than anything. Oh, why am I going on at length about this? Next.
So why are gender roles bad? Because a lot of times they're wrong.
Well, why are they wrong then, Onision? You're trying to put a subjective thing on this when I could just point out and say, well, is that bad, really? Because for some people, they really enjoy doing this role in society. They really enjoy living at home and looking after the kids, be it male or female. They really enjoy working hard and providing. What's wrong with that? There's nothing inherently wrong with these roles. It might limit some people, but what if they choose to do so? I met someone in college, as in A-level college, not university, who wanted to do all her qualifications and stuff, so that if she doesn't ever need to get a job, she can get a job, and she can get a very good job. But by and large, she would prefer to be at home doing all the work and looking after kids, because, I don't know, she liked that kind of thing. She considered herself a bit of a traditionalist. And, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It took me a while to really, understand that it is just a life choice at the end of the day. I mean, I didn't judge her on it, really. I just kind of thought, okay, bit odd for someone her age, because, she's roughly the same age as me now. But at the end of the day, stop complaining about this shit. People, enjoy these roles. People enjoy living life the way they want to. Why are you attacking people for being normal or traditional or whatever? Well, raising these other people who don't do the shit that they do on such a high pedestal, when really there's nothing at all interesting or noteworthy about what they do at all. It's just bullshit. Just live and let live, and stop telling people to not conform, because this isn't a fucking punk movement, is it? You're just a bunch of social justice warriors trying to force your way of thinking on the world. And Onision's case, he's just, using it to make money. But at the same time, he's causing a lot of trouble with it.
Definition of sex is either of the two main categories, male and female. That is something that without surgery is basically beyond our control.
Well, even with that surgery, they're still going from one gender to the other, you idiot. They're not going into this mythical third gender that doesn't actually exist. Literally, a trans person is someone who transitions from male to female or vice versa. They're just going between one and the other. And we still can't change their chromosomes, so I know, there's all this bullshit about, are they male, are they female? I personally will, whatever, refer to them however they see fit. I don't care about that. But the fact remains is we can't actually change their chromosomes. But that's besides the point. And I don't know an awful lot. And I'm not going to go into the murky waters there. But the fact remains is they don't want to be this third gender. They want to be one or the other. So stop calling them all this bullshit like non-binary. They're still binary. Because they want to be one or the other. And those other people who, I don't consider myself to be male or female, they still are. Because they're not trans people, they're just Tumblrinas and Tumblristas and all whatever the fuck. They're just attention seekers who know full well what they are. They're just doing it to be different. They're just hipsters.
But there's no real debating a person's sex. However, gender is the state of being male or female, typically used with reference to social and cultural differences, and pay attention to this part, rather than biological ones.
But it is biological. Just because the dictionary says it is, doesn't mean that it's so.
So when someone says that they're a boy or a girl or otherwise, and you say they're not, by the definition of gender, you are wrong.
No, they're not. They're not wrong. They're right, to a degree. They're wrong when it comes to the mind, but they're right in terms of what they see before them. So, really, you're wrong, Onision.
What should people do when they've wrongly identified someone? They should apologize.
Well done, Onision, well done. Oh my god, we gotta apologize. Oh, something genius.
So now that all of you are educated on this matter,
Oh, I feel totally enlightened by your rapid-fire lecture, Onision. Well done. Well played, good sir. I mean, madam, whatever the fuck you're gonna call yourself. I mean, oh wait, yeah, you're a man, yeah. Sorry, Onision, I forgot. I just can't tell. With the long hair and the shit. Maybe you're just non-binary, I don't know. That's a joke, social justice warriors.
you know that when it comes to gender, we are in fact whatever we wish to be. And until the definition is changed, there is simply no arguing with that.
Change the dictionary definition because it doesn't suit our flawed version of reality. Okay, whatever, Onision. I've had enough. See you later, people.